Good morning. It's Pastor Jane here from Hope Chapel, and I'm so glad to be back from a little time of vacation to share again with you an item I think focuses around our need to re-find our purpose and what one of those things is. And I believe that we are to demonstrate how trustworthy God is. But how do we do that? To people who don't believe the gospel, the good news that Jesus came and died for us, it sounds like nonsense. It sounds foolish. Paul says that the Greeks, they look for human wisdom to make it make sense. He says the Jews look for signs and wonders. Well, there's lots of people who are going to come at us and say, prove it. Prove that God is trustworthy. Well, how do we do that? We do it with our lives. We do it when we follow him, even when it doesn't make entire sense. But some of us have difficulty with trusting God. Not relying on ourselves, not trying to sort out the problems, not trying to be creative in our fixing things. But sometimes God shows up and he demonstrates to us just how trustworthy he is. I want to show you something today. This is a Bible that we have outside for people to access if they want, along with shoes and coats and other things that people need for the season. Well, a couple months back, I saw one of these in our window well and thought, okay, somebody's been up to some mischief. They decided they wanted to look at it, decided not to. Let's go get it out. Well, when I pulled it out, this is what I discovered. The backside was entirely charred. So I took the time to go onto our security camera to find out what happened. Well, some young people had taken the Bible, set it on fire, and then when I got out of control on them, tossed it into the window well, fire down. What they didn't seem to pay attention to was the fact that at the base of the window well was all kinds of dried grass and stuff that was very flammable. What could have happened? Our church could have gone up in smoke. God chose not to have that happen. And that fire was extinguished, not because of anything they did, but because of his provision, because of his care, because he was looking out for us, even when we didn't know we needed him to. See, that's the thing. There's so often that we don't realize just how much God is taking care of us each and every day behind the scenes. And we won't be aware of it, I think, until we meet him face to face. So he's trustworthy in the things that we can see and the things that we don't even know are happening. So it makes Proverbs 3:5-6 much more reasonable when it says, trust the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. That is how people are going to be convinced that God is trustworthy, is that when they see it in us, with us moving forward, trusting him, even when our circumstances don't make sense. That's one of our purposes.